Welcome back, Phillies and Genitals, to a Brony Plays Minecraft. Here we are. You'll notice there's been a few changes around the place. First of all, you'll see that there's some grass around. I decided to make this grass with the help of my Philosopher's Stone, which has a handy transmutation ability. See? You can turn stuff into other stuff. For sand, sand. Here, let me show you. I can turn sand into dirt. But not just any dirt. I can turn sand into grass. But see it? No, there we go. Ta-da! But see, when you turn the sand back into dirt, it turns into grass. And then the grass spreads. So now I can have a really nice, of course that weird line, not straight line, but anyways, now I can have really nice grass, greeny area things. And I thought to myself, you know what? It'd be great if I had more grass. It'd be very nice. So I went ahead and made some. So now I'm going to take some of this and spread it to all my animals. Now it spread to the cows because it was just really close when I first did this. So now let's go ahead and cause it to spread everywhere else. And then I can get some sheeps once we have green grass everywhere, and the sheep can regrow wool. Of course, you might be going, but Litmus, why would that matter? I mean, you could just have one sheep, and then you could shut up. It matters because I said it matters. Okay, so we'll take out these fences and add in a little bit of, whatchamacallit, dirt. Yes, that's what we shall call it. I shall call you dirt. There we go. Now slowly, this can spread everywhere. So let's go ahead and escape, silly pigs. I was tempted to put some more down, but no. They're very antsy, those pigs and animals. They're always trying to get up on you. It's actually very upsetting. You're just minding your own business, and all of a sudden, all these pigs and everything else come around. Tisk tisk. Nonetheless, we'll give them some friends. We shall spawn some sheep. Spawn some sheep. Yeah, sure. One sheep, two sheep. So far, none of them are red sheep or blue sheep. All right. With our farm done, and with containment, let's look at this thing. I built that, if you hadn't guessed. Do you know why I built it? Because of the gosh darn squid pool. The squid pool, which, well, we need to try and get it to work. So as you can see here, it's nice and fancy. And it's really high because the idea is I need to try and keep all the spawn points away from the squid pool. Now this may or may not be effective. So far I haven't seen a whole lot coming out of it, but I thought I'd show it off anyways. As you can see, I've spiraled it up. Stone bricks and stone brick steps. Oops, got stuck there. With some fancy stone brick in the middle. Glowstone blocks every 5 so that I know how high it is. This is about 30 feet high. 30 feet, 30 blocks. This is 30 blocks high. And at the top, ta-ta, a bed, so that my spawn point is very far away. And I've used glass covers and glass pillars for the walls so that I do not fall off. And you'll see I've put a little bit of decoration on here, made that look a little nice and fancy. I decided to do this off camera so that you wouldn't be too bored by watching me build for a while. I guess I could have sped it up, but I decided not to, so take that. Yeah, shy. I'm not certain this is going to be effective. There is, you could argue that there's still a spawn point where the game first began, or that there's a spawn point where my linking books take me, which is right back to my desk, but project table. But anyways, let us move on. Linking books. We're going to work on linking books today. I have stuff to show you involving some of these ages and so on. I don't know what I'm looking for now. Other things to show, we have some Aeternalis fuel from our, whatchamacallit. I'm going to put that right here so that you can see. Yes, there we go. Very fancy. We need to put something in there. I've been making glowstone because I needed it. So far, it's really nice. We haven't, there's not a great way to turn fuel into matter. You can do it with torches, and I thought I had figured another way to do it. Ah, goodness. I'm sorry. I thought I figured another way. Anyways, I wanted to show off some of this stuff before we really got into a whole lot. This is, of course, Mystcraft, but I wanted to show that Mystcraft can combine with Thaumcraft to create some interesting worlds. And we've seen this one before, and you saw that wisp over there. I went around and explored a little bit, and I found, you can see it right way over there, there's two things. One was that purple thing you might have seen bouncing for a moment, and the other is this. This is probably the thing you definitely saw, but let's approach it cautiously with an apple. This is a Thaumcraft obelisk, or totem, or monument, and that is a Mo creature's green bird. Go away, green bird. I'm trying to look at the monument, which is giving off little zaps of power that you probably didn't see because I was looking at green bird. I need a bow to deal with them. Anyways, here it is. It doesn't respond to any sort of mining or hitting. You need special Thaumcraft related items to get to it. Supposedly it's extra dimensional, and you can kind of see that if you're looking close at those little stars. Oh, aha! These guys are the other thing I need to show you. In areas with high vis or high taint, little thaumy slimes can spawn, and this area certainly has quite a bit of vis naturally present since it spawned with the vis there. Down a ways, let's see what's underneath here. Turns out, not much. Let's take a look though. Digging. It does go down for a little bit, but it doesn't go down. It doesn't go down that far. It was what, 3 blocks? And you can see that this was a terrible idea. Ah! Let's work quickly. There's not much down here. Supposedly, theoretically, something does lie beneath them, but I think when people say stuff lies underneath these things, I think they're talking about using the special Thaumcraft tool or key or whatever to unlock it, sort of. Pickaxe death. There. So we don't have that special tool or whatever. I don't need these seeds. So we're just going to have to leave it be. But I thought it was an interesting enough thing to show you. There's another slime over there. For a moment I thought that was a cave. These slimes are a little annoying, but not a big deal. And there's, of course, wisps floating around. So this is one example of what a Mystcraft Thaumcraft world can look like, although Thaumcraft is now updated and looks different, and it doesn't in my game because I haven't updated for various reasons that I explained last time. So, that's that. At this point, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other Mystcraft worlds that we have at the moment. Shall we? I've gathered up some thingamajiggers, and we're going to place them down and take a look at what sort of things we've got. So let's see here. H58. Here we are. It's a pretty dark world. Not much to see here. Let's just put the Lincoln book down and take it. Boom! Aghast! We're in a hell biome, and you saw a snow biome right over there. I got out of there really quick. I mean, man, you don't want to stick around when there's ghasts around like that. Just blowing you up. You can see there's a, hell biome right there. Some ice plains, some other stuff as well. Eternal night. It's not very fun. I don't like that age very much. Shall we look at a different one? I say Spiffy. Spiffy, let's see. Goodness, I just drank a mug of tea and I'm all like yawning. I'm sorry. Wow, that's terrible. Now this one is much more interesting. Let's start by placing down this book. Now I did make a mistake, and instead of making a waypoint right away, I decided to wander around first. And at first I'm like, oh, I'll just take a quick look around, no big deal. It looks a little weird at the moment frame rate wise because whenever you load up these new worlds, the frame rate is ridiculously slow. The lag is incredible. You'll notice that both the sun and the moon are up, and because this has the eternal dusk property, as well as apparently a green sunset of some sort. You'll see more lag approaching as I look at the wisps in the air, and I'm walking toward this cliff. You can see there's some light coming out of this cliff. That's because there are crystals over here, Vs crystals. Well, not Vs crystals, actually. I really wish they were. That one's a fire crystal. It's reddish. And the one up there is an earthen crystal. So let's see if we can't get these somehow. That would be really spiffy. So this is a checkerboard biome. And in a checkerboard biome, well, you can see for yourself, it checkerboards the biomes, but it does more than just, aha, 2 fire crystals. It's more than just regular checkerboard. Look at the way the islands are laid out and the ocean squares are laid out. And also notice the lack of squid. That lack of squid is, well, it's because of a weird thing that Mo Creatures does that I don't like. I mentioned it once in my Tech It Tips video that nobody really liked. I didn't continue that series. Not for very long, at least. It was not very popular. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, the squid thing. You can, I'm going to show you later on, but you can affect the squid properties by affecting whether vanilla mobs spawn or despawn, and then you have to change the properties of other stuff. I think I made that another thing. So I'm going to wander around at this point. We're in an ocean checkerboard, and as we wander, you can watch the mini map, and you'll see that the islands themselves are indeed checkerboarded. You also see plenty of lag happening, which is annoying, but a world like this, just like the cave world that I was trying to find, a world like this, or the cave world, has the really nice property that you can find crystals relatively easily, because crystals generally hide in mountains like this, or in caves. They hide in stone, so you need stone to find them. But the problem is they take up 1 block. It's like, it's like mining for diamonds, only when you mine for diamonds, diamonds take up a couple blocks to make a vein. These don't. And it's a little annoying. So we're just going to bounce around here for a little while. With a little help of editing magic, we managed to speed this up so that we don't get to watch bouncing around happen in real time. It happens in fast time. Checkerboard biome ages like this are always kind of fascinating, because you can get 2 of them in here and you get this really cool checkerboard effect where not only are is there a small checkerboard, but a big one as well. And you'll see me adding a little waypoint there. This is, since we're in Tech It and not just Mystcraft, this is definitely a feature I enjoy. Because if you're going to explore ages, it's going to take a while. Now here you're going to see what I mean by the biome thing. Watch, here we're in a sub-biome, frozen ocean, as we're on the ice, and when we walk into the regular ocean, it's extreme hills. And you can see that there, rewind if you need to. Now we're back in frozen ocean. But now we're stepped onto one of the big checkerboarded islands that is actually built with the extreme biome thing. So you've got your small things, like right now I'm in frozen ocean, now I'm in extreme hills, frozen ocean, and then when I get off the snow, I'll be in extreme hills again. But the land generation actually only happens to be for extreme hills and frozen ocean on a bigger scale. And you can see that on the map. So, like I said, really cool. Be careful, of course, what biomes you use. Wouldn't, like, putting a hell biome as one of the checkerboards, for example, you'll get ghasts wandering all over the place, and that's probably not what you want. So, anyways, I grabbed a piece of marble there because I don't have any marble back home, and it'd be nice to have some. It's unlikely that we'll find any basalt. We'd have to find a volcano for that, and yeah. Little slime right there. Cute little guy. But not too many more of these, not too many more of these things. You did see me, yeah, I just zoomed right through that. That was embarrassing. Scorpions, I hate scorpions. Part of the problem is that you notice I have the sound turned off, and which I guess makes sense for the sped up portion, but you also notice that there's no squids. But anyways, yeah, I was completely surprised by that scorpion, tossed my sword, and now we're looking around, making sure there's no squids, so we're going to change some of the mod settings here. Come in here to Mo Creatures, look for vanilla mobs. Now, right now I changed it to despawn vanilla mobs no, and I think I've messed that up a while back. I think that it's not showing what's currently there. I think when you have that despawn vanilla mob setting, it's, if you click this, here's what it will go to. I'll see if that's true in the next stage. But hint, it is. That's why I'm proposing this. But even so, there are no mobs spawning, which led me to think that there's something else to the mob spawning, and like I said, there's some evidence in the next stage to support that. So let's go ahead and go see the next stage, see a different world, one that has just a different sort of stuff to it. Let's also deposit some of these items. The Thaumcraft zombies spawn very regularly in the other ages. I mean, they spawn in the real world too, but I feel like I've noticed them spawning a lot more often in the other ages. Those stone bricks, by the way, are the cracked and mossy type, which we hadn't seen before, so... also some seeds, which apparently were new. So let's take a look at what we've got here. We have this fiery crystal, which can make the ore, crucible, and the thalmic infuser. It can also make all this regular stuff, including an arcane furnace. That's its sort of special thing. Everything can make most of these things, but they can all make a wand, and some special item. For example, you're just looking at thaumium there. The earth crystal, and as you'll see in the next episode, can be used to make a pair of boots, and the vaporous crystal can be used to make the arcane bellows. So they all of the crystals can make the same basic stuff. They can all make thaumium ingots, they can all make the crucible and the thalmic infuser, they can all make enchanted cloth, but they can also make some special things. They're all part of the thermometer, and they're all part of, and they all have a wand and then one unique item. So that's that. So fire creates an arcane furnace. I think, if I'm right, see, I came back to check this, and it still isn't there, which supports my spawn point idea. But anyways, I think that the arcane furnace has furnaciness, does its furnace powers through Vis instead of through other items. Anyways, I'm going to kill this pig. It escaped, and if there's one thing pigs shouldn't do, it's escape. I hope the rest of them have learned that lesson now. Looking down at you, pigs. Sheep, make sure you behave yourself. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, pork. I don't even know where all those... Oh, I cut down a forest. That's where all that EMC came from. And I'm letting this forest grow. My plan is to cut down small trees and just let the big branched ones grow until they're all big and branchy. At that point, I can just cut them all down at once. I'll get tons of wood. That'll be awesome. So, we made a bunch of books. Let's turn them into real books. So there's our linking books. I always start with linking books. Like I said, I think the linking books are causing a spawn point to be created. So maybe I should have built the squid pool much farther away. Even if it'll never function as a squid pool, and I doubt that it will. At least it's still the derpy hot springs. And I like that. I like that idea. It's got the nice waterfall effects that come on when the forge is running. That's pretty good. Pretty good. We're cool. We're cool. So just make a couple more link book stands. Man, this is so... I feel so awesome with this mod. It was like the first one I did a series on. And I don't know. It's just very, very, very close to home. In fact, if you look at the video views and analytics, Mystcraft is still the most popular series, if only because a lot of several videos like the Everfree one are popular a lot. A lot of the other ones are not. Little bit of lag here, as always, when entering a new world. I think that lag even exists at the start of a regular Minecraft world. It's just not as noticeable right away. So we'll start by plunking this down. There's not a whole lot here to explore, so I don't have to worry about getting lost, but you will see the most exciting thing here. Glowstone crystals! Take that! I mean, yeah, we've got that collector, so we can get glowstone easily, but now we can just, harvest it regularly if we wanted to. Which, I know, goes against the whole skyblock thing, but it's so awesome that I don't care. Glowstone is yeah, glowstone, woohoo! And these glowstone crystals are amazing. The only thing more cool than these is probably the blue crystals, which we haven't found one that does that yet. But the blue crystals, yeah, well, if you don't know about it, go check out my Mystcraft series. They're for teleporting. So I mentioned there's more to just there's more to it than just despawning these. So I've changed the spawn again. I've changed it back to no, under the idea that maybe that is not the way I thought. And I came over here. I remembered this. The despawned vanilla mobs might not actually have anything to do with anything. It might just be this part. Mo creatures is great and all, except for the part where it isn't. I'm not a fan of mo creatures. for the most part. But it really messes up squid. Like in my tech, I had a single player Technic. Of course, it's a single player. I had another one that I couldn't get any squid in, like that would spawn naturally. So I just came back to see if now anything would spawn, but it hasn't. And since I've made a buffer, I can tell you that in future episodes it hasn't. You saw me going a little crazy there. So we're gonna just use Mystcraft. I mean, that's part of Skyblock, I guess, is using what resources you have available, and this is a resource we have available. We're gonna go out, kill us a squid. We're gonna have to find one, of course. They are tricky, but there's some over here. So let's go get these squid. Squid von Squiddington, I say. Beware, squid. They're coming for you. Haven't had any comments, by the way, about this series lately. Still thinking about what I'm going to do next, and I'm thinking that this series might not last much longer. Partly because I'm itching to move on to a different set of mods, and I really need to set more goals, and a new set of mods might do that. I looked up Xeno's Reliquary because at first I thought it was pretty cool. It's not as cool as I thought it was. It's by Xenophobe, the guy who I think he originally did Equivalent Exchange. Pretty sure. It's just it's like a weakened version, sort of a version of Equivalent Exchange that's a lot harder to use, which makes some sense. It's not nearly as cheaty, but it's not what I was expecting either. I was expecting a lot more, I don't know, holy artifacts. Xeno's Reliquary doesn't seem to have those, but nonetheless, I'm still looking forward to it. There are some cool things that could be in there, and it would definitely increase my reliance on what am I thinking? Automating production. That's it. I don't usually automate production very often. I don't like it a whole lot, but I might in the future. In the future, or maybe the past. Maybe I should do like a one of the super hostile maps or something with the mods installed. I really want to do the new Thaumcraft because this Thaumcraft is great and all, but the new one has some other cool things that I want them all together, but that's silly. That's silly. Anyways, that's enough of that. Enough. Just ignore me. We made our writing desk, and now we're finally going to make our Quaesitum. More will come about the Quaesitum's function in the next video, but for now, at least we have it. We finally have our Quaesitum, which is what we're going to need. It's what we're going to use to progress in Thaumcraft. Again, I don't know how much longer I'll do this, but it's still important and it's still useful to talk about and show in case some of us haven't seen this before. So I'm going to plug the Quaesitum right here, and you see there's a weird interface there. Don't worry about that. We'll come back to it next time. And let's go plonk the writing desk upstairs. Why? Just because. It'll be nice up there. It'll give us a reason to go up here and make us wander around. It'll look nice. We can write ages from the enlightened crystal spire or something like that. It'll be pretty good, and it'll look nice up here. So we'll just plunk it down somewhere. We can't plunk it down right here because the covers actually take up that block. But east, west, right there. I forgot that it went sideways like that. I was gonna have it face south. All right. So that wraps up today's episode. Next time, more on research and the Quaesitum and more Thaumcraft stuff. Maybe a little bit more Mystcraft as well. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and keep on trotting.